Hello everyone, this is Yingxuan from English Language and Literature Department, Yonsei University. Today, based on what I've learned from TESOL class, I'm going to introduce one topic regarding primary English language teaching, that is, teachers' perceptions of good homework activities. First, we all know that homework is a universal practice of teachers around the world. However, English language teaching research and teacher education have given it little attention and have focused primarily on the effective conditions for teaching and learning in the classroom. So, in other words, few previous research have paid attention especially on the topic of homework, especially teachers' perceptions of good homework. So, here comes the key question of today's topic, that is, what is English teachers' perceptions of good homework? So in order to solve this question, the current research concentrates on primary English language teaching context in Hong Kong, and the participants are 279 primary school English teachers. Data for this study were collected in two stages. Step 1 is a mass survey of all the participants. The study included 12 items about teachers' general views on homework effectiveness. Participants responded with a 4-point Likert scale and answered 2 open-ended questions and seeking their general comments on their practices and beliefs. Step 2 is a follow-up interviews with 11 of the participants who have completed the survey. The 11 teachers are asked questions regarding their perceptions of homework, and 9 of them provide actual good homework examples. So with this research design, the study wants to address the following 2 research questions. RQ1 is, what are the teachers' perceptions of homework effectiveness? And RQ2 is, what qualities do teachers relate with good homework? Step 1 is the result of the questionnaire. First, we can see that teachers see homework as a positive teaching and learning tool. As can be seen from the selected items below, we can see that there are 90% of the teachers believe that homework is necessary for learners to become effective English users. And there are also 76% of the participants believe that English homework is as important as classwork. Third, only less than 5% of the participants disagree with the point of view. So in other words, more than 95% of the participants believe the point of view that homework has a positive influence on English learning. Last, there are 85% of the participants don't agree with the idea that English homework negatively affects students' English learning. Second, we can see that homework also has many different functions according to the survey results. So these functions include, first, homework can help the students to perform better in their examination and test. Second, homework can also help the teachers to know more about how students' learning abilities are. Third, homework can also help students to develop good study habits, and it can also help students to build their self-confidence in using English. Last, homework can also help to inform students of their English learning progress. However, while the respondents were positive about homework to a large extent, 2 items demonstrate that teachers do limit their beliefs in its benefits. First, we can see that there are 69% of the respondents disagree with the idea that the more time students spend on their homework, the more they will learn. While there are 86% of the participants didn't believe that homework is more important than other non-academic activities. So here we can draw a brief conclusion that the respondents see a limit to the quantity of homework that is appropriate to give and also value other non-academic activities. In the open-ended questions and interviews, the teachers describe the qualities of effective homework. The first quality is that good homework usually provide for free language use because teachers find that open homework activities are more effective. And here, open homework is activities that provide learners with opportunities to use language freely, allow for creative language use, encourage personal responses, and provide learners with choices regarding their content and presentation. As for why providing student ownership of their homework is important, there are mainly 2 reasons in this article. The first is that it is more fun and interesting for students to learn. Just as one teacher says, if you let them have ownership in their homework, I think they would find it more meaningful. And the second is that it can help the teachers to know more about how students learn and also how teachers teach. Just as another teacher says, I think the purpose of homework is not only to evaluate students' learning, but also to reflect on how well teachers taught. Quality 2 is that good homework is enjoyable, interesting, and relevant. This was associated with students' motivation to do the activity and their overall interest in the subject. Just as one teacher says, students enjoy homework activity where they had to give advice to a fictional overweight boy. They could write comments or draw pictures, so it was highly flexible and the form is also interesting. And another teacher illustrates the importance of relevance of homework and says that we have to set authentic tasks relating to their needs, their lives, and their interest. So there should be something highly related to students' lives. And quality 3 is that good homework usually takes a variety of forms. This quality is also effective because teachers can better achieve their learning outcomes. As some teachers said in the interview, a variety of formats of homework are necessary, and homework should not only focus on written assignments, but also on reading a lot, doing projects, e-learning, and so on. We can see that different homework activities can review different learning abilities of students, so students can get more comprehensive practice in this process of doing homework. The last quality is that good homework is always achievable. As homework is completed outside of the school, students may do it without the support of others, so it is very important that they could do homework independently. As one teacher has said, homework should make students feel that they are successful, or I really learned something in this process. So teachers believe that achievable homework gives the students satisfaction and the feeling of success when they can complete it on their own. After talking about the functions of homework and also many different qualities of good homework, in this page we give an example of a good homework. So we can see that this activity asks students to write or draw some food that we should eat a lot of, some, and a little. The activity satisfies first, quality 1, that is open question, because students are free to choose any food items they wish. And they can also choose how to categorize them based on their own conceptions of healthy life. It also satisfies quality 2, relevance, because this topic is highly related to what they are learning and is also closely related to their daily life. It also highly achievable because this homework can be easily finished by students themselves. However, it seems that this homework has only one form, so it may not conform to quality 3, that is, good homework usually has different forms. However, the students in class may be asked or write or tell others about their opinions as well as given comments. So the subsequent activities can also take different forms inside of the classroom. So to recap, the current research first reviews teachers' general perceptions of good homework with the help of a questionnaire, and the results show that teachers believe that homework is a useful teaching and learning tool, and homework can also serve many different functions. But appropriate quantity of homework is also important, so teachers should also value other non-academic activities and also pay highly attention to the amount of homework that they have given to their students. And the current research also provides 4 specific qualities of good homework. That is, good homework usually can provide for free language use and is highly enjoyable, interesting, relevant. Good homework usually takes a variety of forms and they are highly achievable. So we can see that assigning homework is a complex issue requiring much consideration. So that is all for today, and if you are interested in the research content, please read the article called Qualities of Good Homework Activities, Teachers' Perceptions, published in ELT Journal in 2021. That is all for today. Thank you.